Joe Jones here. In 2005 I graduated from Penn State, earning my PhD in chemical engineering by studying bacterial adhesion to polystyrene particles. Can you imagine my surprise when in my first job I found myself working for 2 years in the Tennessee Department of Education? I was an outsider, and because I was an outsider, I was foolish enough to ask questions like, what is the purpose of public education? I asked this question to a group I facilitated to develop innovative student assessments. The question challenged them to really focus on the goals and processes of their efforts. Because I was an outsider, I put together graphs and visualizations of student data. I presented these to a data management committee I was working with. These efforts gave them all kinds of new insights into policies, programs, and the data itself, and generated all kinds of new and interesting questions. When people were explaining things to me, they started to sometimes find the answers themselves. They started looking at their data and thinking critically about it instead of just reporting numbers. In organizations and communities that work close together, we focus on specificity and familiarity. More often than not, we do what we know, which is what we've always done. In the Department of Education, they hire people in education. And in this environment, you can become excellent at what you do. But if you need ideas that transform, you need someone who has an entirely different perspective. You need to challenge assumptions. Ask about well-known ideas. Cross-pollinate ideas from stovepipes of information. But how do you find the right person or idea? Who do you even ask as an outsider? How do you become an outsider? The key is to step back and develop an outsider mentality. Talk with new people. Read new books and magazines. Watch new media. Talk with contrarians. Put yourself in a position to interact with outsiders. Maybe start as simple as others in a different department or job in your own organization or group, and you start to take on the abilities of an outsider. It's like the colors get painted on. Or it's a skill that you can develop with practice. Sound familiar? If you're in the humanities or arts, find someone who works with metrics. If you work with numbers, talk with artists or designers. And don't forget intelligent fast failure. Sometimes you will need to talk with 10 people, read 20 ideas before you find the right one. And remember serendipity. You talk with one person, you get a new idea that might inform your next decision. So bring the power of the outside. Start talking with people outside of your usual crew. And keep your ideas in your idea journal. Go have lunch or breakfast or coffee with someone from a new field. Then just listen to them. Or go to the magazine rack. Pick up a magazine you would never think to read. I think you might find something very interesting there. Thanks for joining today. See you next time. Journey well.